What's that box next to me? What was one of them on that? It's a tape recorder. Okay, that came a lot easier than I thought. I don't know what I do.
Oh my god!
I guess I'm gonna continue to dream of starting to farm, I guess? I have no clue. Anyway. This is a farm. Oh, it would be. I wish I started with cars, but I used to have an old junkyard used to be around my house, and well, it went out of business, and I have all these junk cars I borrow parts off of to fix up things, such as maybe this tractor right over here, which I've tried crushing the cars with. Did not go well. But, yeah, I got my 150 here. I got my S10. But the dream is to start a farm around here on this abandoned junkyard. There's a silo that was pre-built when I moved here. Just I never used it because I kind of piled junk around it. There's this little shop, farm shop. I would still use this. I still work on parts inside of here. Silo I don't use. I do use this. My neighbor owns a shop down here. He works on my tractor for me. I mostly collect his junk though. This is all his junk. And he keeps them all up on my property for spare parts because he has such a tiny property that he doesn't have the room for it. So he uses my He uses my backyard and front yard for spare parts for his cars. Like literally. He uses my backyard and front yard for his cars. He parks them up here and he buys them. There's so many of them, I'm running out of room in my backyard. He barely ever comes up here and pulls one down there. Like the latest one he pulled down, he's been borrowing parts off these three. No, four. Now, I own two of them. I own this truck here. And I own, this is both parked by the way. I own that truck. And I own this truck. I bought them both off of him. I own them both. And I own these two up here. There's only four I own. Everything else he owns. I do own the tractor too. And I own every other old tractor around this place. But the dream is to start a farm, and I got the tools to do it. There's an old harvester that's abandoned down the road from here, and I thought about buying it. I've got a tractor currently running. I've got this parked for about 18, 12 years, somewhere around there, in between there. White Field Boss. I've got a very rare model, actually. I usually see Model H's. I've got a Farmall M. Here, it's been parked too. And I got this John Deere Model A, which are pretty common. You see these a lot. They aren't that rare. But these are the only reason I've kept this thing I've been running, because this thing's super rare. It's an international anteater, if I'm pronouncing that right? Yes, they're very rare. It's a 2+2, but it's an anteater. Is what the nickname for every one of them is. But it's a very rare model. You don't see a lot of them. It's because it's, if I get into here, the steering has a lock steering. It should just start when I turn the key. And I was right, I was right up when I started the key. But the goal is to get that truck out there running. Now one of these, I think I'm going to use this as the local farm because this S10 is just not built for it. So I thought, why not get this turbo diesel down here going? Because this thing has a turbo diesel on it. So I believe I have the keys for it in this S10. Yeah, I have the keys for it. Alright, I'm going to see if this door will open. I see mouse poop in there. It is a rare white edition interior though. So very cool. Okay, the seat, door's slowing open. Let's hop in it here. It is raining out here. I don't know why I'm gonna work on this truck in the rain, but might as well. Stick the key in it. Ain't got no horn. I put a battery in it. The battery actually is in a very interesting spot. It's in this little box down here. The battery is down here because the turbo diesel was too big when it went under this hood to have a battery box, so that took pretty much its entire space up. So he rewired the battery to be, he could be, I don't know if it was in there or if it was back here in this. No, this is a gas tank. So the battery was wired up to be right in this box. And if you open it up, there's no battery in it. So I'm gonna pull the key, I'm gonna throw it in the passenger seat. And I'm gonna go grab the battery like out of that S10 or something, because it shouldn't be that hard. Luckily there's one in the floorboard because I am buying Bear's parts, pulling him out of his cars without him knowing. And let's set that inside the box. Hook it up. Ain't got no horn. I wonder if I can turn over. Oh, I got it. Turns over. So it does turn over. So now I'm real curious. Would it start if I gave it some gas? I doubt it. It probably already had gas in it, so not feeling it because it's got gas, but if I were to splash them down the car, we'll splash some diesel fuel, and we'll just splash a couple splashes in the tank. Then we'll try it. Oh my god, it almost just started. I've never heard this truck run, actually. He just told me everything about it. I'm gonna dump a bunch of it down there. Oh god, the clutch is flipped in gear. It's running. It's running off old gas, too. This thing has been here probably the longest out of them all. I just bought his parts car off of him, though, not too long ago, this truck. I'm gonna click the wheel. Okay, that bar. Let's flip it in the first gear. I'm gonna flip it in there in gear. So this thing is rusted to the core, by the way. I figured I could give it a restoration or something around here, get something running. A truck, so I don't have to drive that S10 always. I'm gonna give it all I got down this road.
Bro, why is he?
Can't see a thing. These windshield wipers don't work. Yeah, I'm clicking the switch and they're just not coming on. I'm just gonna ignore it. Just try to drive in the rings. I don't see why they wouldn't work, but they don't. I think they'd work. So I guess since I'm not gonna risk, because I heard a creak in the frame, and I'm not gonna risk driving it in the truck falling in half, I'm gonna leave it parked around here. But I guess in about a month I could have this thing. I guess I could have this thing fully restored and fully fixed up by next month. So next up, probably get a tractor going and get a mower. I have a tractor, but I have a couple tractors that I'm not got running yet. I would like to get one of them out and running, but right now my best bet's to probably get out there and get one of these tractors going, then start harvesting hay, because I gotta till this cotton field because I'm not doing cotton. Since I just bought this Below expansion back, because I know it's gonna start a farm, I need to till it up because the last person had cotton in it. I'm not harvesting cotton. So my best bet's to probably get this thing going. It's probably the most rarest around here besides that anteater. Have the rarest tractor gone. This thing already had the key in it. I never took the key out of it because I didn't think I'd ever run.
Oh my god!
And it would probably with a battery, if it doesn't already have a battery in it. Can't see these weeds. It does not. Oh, yeah, it does. Never mind, it has a battery. No way this is actually gonna crank over. This thing's only been parked for 15 years, so well, actually that'd be pretty surprising. What if I gave it some help with some diesel? Just stick my starter fluid and just spray it up in there. Oh. Let me do that again, but let me put some gas down the tank this time because it already had gas in it. According to that fuel gauge down there, it has plenty. It has about a half tank in it. So I'm gonna spray some go-go juice and I'm gonna just splash it down the tank. I'll see what it does. There's no way it's running. It's literally running. So this thing's more parked, and the tires got plenty of air in them. I would just still drive out of here. There's no way it started. Oh, it died. It didn't start right again. Horn works. For some reason the tractor keeps going. And I probably need to get it going and get back it out. Pull it out. There's my second tractor going. It actually goes. I'm probably gonna take this one down with it. I'm much drive around the property. I don't feel like taking this one down the road just because it doesn't really drive that fast. I'm gonna drive it alongside the road, but I ain't gonna take it on the road. And I just rolled it. I'm gonna leave that one there. I might go get it a little bit, but I rolled it. Yeah, that's this old barn. I'm surprised it didn't fall apart. Yeah, it's my neighbor's barn too. He built this here, put 3 of his parts cars in it. And he never even used it. I swear, I just thought about burning this barn down, honestly. Just burn it to the ground. It's literally falling to pieces. I thought I'd just burn it to the ground. Because, roll my tractor. I think I might know how to fix that. But oh yeah, I got the tractor back over. I pushed it over somewhere. I can't show it right now, but I'm gonna work on it later because it's got some scuffs on it. But now I'm gonna go pick up a mower from the shop. And I also may have driven it down the road too for that place I'm about to go get a mower from. First, we need to order the mower. So I thought about just getting something a little bit stock. I thought about for a harvester getting a honeybee hitter, which we got to pick up today also. I also saw they have these in stock at the shop. These Farmall H's. I really consider buying one of them. But we're not here for that today. I also am looking for a truck upgrade to get rid of that thing once I fix that thing up. I was looking at I seen they have these for truck upgrades. For that, to get for that. But I also would like something like a, I don't know. I was thinking maybe an '08 F350 if they ever get some of them. they've been talking they're gonna get some for like 15 months now. It's been a long time. But we're here today since they don't have any mowers on their shop lot. They might have some on the online store. So let's go into mowers on the online and see what they've got. So they don't have any really good mowers in stock. They do, however, have this mower. So I'm looking at it. I'm gonna buy it. About 52 grand. Not terrible. Now I'm gonna drive this tractor down the road. Actually, I'm just gonna drive across the field because then I'm about to tilt it up. And once the wiper in this thing works, so I always make sure everything in this tractor works. Radio works, I just don't want to turn it on right now, but it works. Yeah, far over there. The screen's kind of going out, but it'll work. AC, heat works in this thing. Everything really does work in this tractor. I'm gonna drive my neighbor's field. This is his field too, by the way. Parking all those cars there, I always drive in his field, he never knows. Until he notices the tire tracks match on his tractor. And he's like, did you drive my field? And I'm like, no. Because I don't want him to know, or he'll probably try to come burn down my house or something, I don't know. And got one of those cars going and wreck it inside of my house, likely. So I don't want to risk it. So I just don't tell him. And I tell him it's probably one of the guys that live closer. I always tell him it's that guy. He owns a little tractor with the same tread on it. And I always tell him it's him. I see him do it. So literally do that to get out of it, but you know that entire time it's me. And we're just pulling to the John Deere dealership here, aka Alice Chambers John Deere. They sell bolt deer. But I believe my tractor's supposed to be ready once I fixed it up because it was just a couple scratches. It's like they have only thing on their lot right now is a couple lock picker and I'm just gonna pull in here and see what they've got online. They have a lot more online. A Deere and Alice Cheese dealership. So what does it look like they've got? It looks like they've got a 4750 or 755. It's a 47, I could already tell. But it looks like it's pretty wore out. Interior, not terrible interior. It's 4-wheel drive. Looks like the price at a pretty high price. They've got an empty pallet lock. An auger, which looks to have a locked up motor. 2 rock pickers, an Alice Chambers 8550 without any logos. I've already memorized everything. Down here, this is the mower I'm buying. This is a tractor, like an old tractor, my M. I think he said he's gonna drive back up here. But yeah, not a terrible stock. I'm gonna do this mower real quick. Some guy from up here came out here. I gave him a key. He's gonna drive that tractor back. Because I'm not gonna drive it. He's gonna drive it. But I'm gonna get in this tractor. The anteater. I wouldn't mind trading this thing out. I think I seen that they had a thought about either for another one of those white field bosses that I have up there, but this time running, or a John Deere 4020. I've seen they're getting those up here a lot more and becoming more common. I thought about buying me a 4020 to replace this tractor, John Deere. The hayfield, I believe, is up the road from here. It's I think right over here. Yeah, it's not too far up this road. It's like right over here. I think about to pass it. Here's my map out. GPS. We're about to come up past the hayfield. I might just turn off here and start mowing. So I got this entire field to mow and bale. Reek and bale. Both to do to it, and I think it's right here. I don't know. The cow field. They didn't tell me that was a cow field. They told me it was a field, not a cow field. So I'm gonna delay mowing, and I'm gonna sell that field because they didn't tell me when I bought it it was a cow field. Actually, I can borrow my GPS right now and probably get a refund for it. Yeah, I'm refunded. I can't even. I won't even take it back now. I'm stuck with this $4 million piece of land. If I could buy this one down here. Okay, so I probably can get that field. Now I gotta drive the complete opposite way. Go back down that way. Turn my neighbor's to the game because it's still his field. Gigantic field. So the grass field is like right below that field is right next to us. So the field that's, let me turn on my drone out here and fly. My drone. Okay, so that appears to be right below this field here. I don't know what crop. I would consider buying it. I just don't know what crop's in it right now. I'd like to get it so I can get a good harvest income. This year I'm not gonna get harvest income on this field at all, and I believe what's in it is harvested already. Yes, what's in it is harvested. I believe that grass field should be ready to go below it. I'm just gonna turn over into this field to till nobody will ever know. And it is ready to go. I should have plenty of grass to get done and get plenty of harvest income off something. Just fly my drone, fly back down here for it. I should be able to get plenty of harvest income. Let's go mowing, because I should get plenty of income off this field. Like I should get plenty. This trigger runs at a lower RPM when the PTO is on, but it runs on a higher RPM when it's idling. When it's on a PTO powered thing. But it sounds louder, faster, but yet it's running lower. Unless that RPM gauge is fully off. Gotta make a wide turn here. I didn't make that turn. Comes to mowing this. Honestly, I think I have a plan on what I should do. I should start by mowing this all out, then start mowing those edges out once I mow the big middle. That's what I usually do if I do ever mow it, which I usually mow with the little garden tractor. Because if I own it, I gotta mow it. Or it's gonna look like something off a piece of land up here. And I usually mow with my little 56 John Deere, which I've not pulled out of the shed because it's September. And I don't pull my 56 out unless it's like April or something to mow my yard. It's in that carport behind that S10. That's where I keep it at. Gotta mow all this out. But this one goes right behind the dealership. I think I got a text from the dealership guy saying he delivered the tractor. So that ought to be interesting when I get home to see if I can actually drive it again. Okay, I'm gonna make a turn. I might have went a little too far. I'm gonna make the turn, and I'm going to turn down this way because I'm not gonna do too good right through here because I'm about to come back mowing anyway. But I did make a little bit too far of a turn. Is that alright? I'm gonna mow the back lot of the dealership just a little bit for It's pretty rough around here. I didn't think it was this turn. Tractor doesn't do the best with mowing, but it does okay, I guess. But I guess I'm gonna put this into a time lapse and see everybody after the time lapse. So I've decided, since this video is already going to be pretty long, I figured I'd just cut this mowing part out, because I know nobody wants to sit here and see a tractor mowing a yard. So I'm going to cut this out, and it's just going to be boring for that minute or two of time lapse that I picked up before I just decided to quit. I'm probably not even going to put that in the video. I might go ahead and put that in there. Beware, it just is gonna be not, I don't know why, we're gonna watch it anyway, because you won't even know what happens here. I'm just gonna cut that out, and, yeah, I'm just gonna come back after this is done without even time lapse. I'm just gonna cut it all out. So I guess I'll see you all when it's done. Yeah. Okay. Man, so after I finished mowing yesterday, I came home, I walked home, I left the tractor, it's still out there, but, ought to be very nice. It's been about a month since I've actually done that, though. It wasn't last night, why did I say last night? I did that a month ago, but over that month, I have, I've redone this truck, which looks amazing now. But I've actually noticed, and I walk out here every now and then, I've always been looking at this tractor, and it's making me so tempted to get it going again, even though the tires are like crushing through this whole fastback. So, I'm gonna climb up in here, and I'm gonna get it going. So it ought to be a nice little tractor to get going. So I'm gonna climb up in here. Alright, we're in the white field boss here. The key's already in it. I put a battery in it I was trying to get on it, but I'll replace the starter. I got the starter, I put it in. Let's see what it does. Oh, by the way, this thing's been parked out here for 20 years, so Yeah, I somehow, after digging through this whole property and every old junk car on this property, between 20 fastbacks and a bunch of other stuff, and I believe it was what car? Let me try to remember what. I'm trying to go around and remember what car. Oh, that ought to be something I could try to get right in. Something. I took the battery out because I knew it would never run again. I took the battery out of something because I knew it would never go again. This. I took the battery out of this. No, it wasn't that car. That car don't have the battery terminals. I'm trying to remember what car. It doesn't really matter, but it was this car. This car, because it got the bent front axle, and I knew it would never go again. And this is an old hot rod, by the way. It's got nothing inside of it. But it's very nice. It was a very nice car. Now it's got the bent front axle, and it's parked next to this truck that looks like it might actually run one day, and I might actually try to get it going one day. But I took the battery out 'cause I found a battery. It took me forever, but I found one. I charged it up, and it took a charge, and after that car been sitting back there for God knows how long. And I moved the battery over here and put it inside this tractor. So I figured, why don't get in it, and I'll see if it'll, I don't know, I'll give it something. That's how I got the battery. So I ain't gonna go buy a battery for some of mine. I'm sure it's gonna run. Come on, you can fire it. It works. What if I were to give it a couple? Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes! There it goes, full throttle! That's probably the first time in like 20 years that old tractor. Oh, that runs amazing! It looks like that exhaust is broken loose. It ain't too big a deal. I'll probably use it for tillage. I can get it out of here. If it's even worthy. I think all the tires are not too sunk. Oh, I'm gonna have this shit pulled over this fastback. I'm probably gonna break it in half. Gear. Alright. Oh, come on, come on, come on. It's spinning, it's spinning. It ain't gonna drive over that fastback. Shift it. Okay, there we go, there we go. Oh god, it came out. I almost just felt the tractor almost want to flip over. I'm gonna drive. Oh god, flip, reverse off the throttles. Not the best in the world. I'm gonna flip it right through there. I'm gonna flip it. Oh god, this is the roughest riding tractor I've ever ridden in. I'm gonna crush that fastback. There we go. Oh god, that car's trying to total now. The steering's still stiff. I might as well drive it down the road to go get that plow. It used to be my favorite tractor, now it's the least favorite. Oh god, oh god, oh god. The steering's so stiff. This is the stiffest steering tractor I've ever driven. But it goes. Now I know I don't want a Whitefield Boston. If I did buy a tractor, this thing has the toughest steering in the world. Well, actually, they may not be all Whitefield Bosses, though. Might be some out there that aren't as hard. It could be the fact that this one's been sitting between 20 to 22 years. So I really don't know. Oh god. Oh crap, I lost the gear. The lid off just a little bit, and I'm gonna punch it. Punch it. Here we go. I got the gear back. I lost the gear for a second. For some reason, the habits of this thing losing gears. At least it was back then. It still has the habit of losing gears as you're randomly driving at high speeds. For the tractor, this thing goes 22 according to that. If that speedometer up there is right, which I'm surprised it's even on, should be going That speedometer is set to kilometers. So 35.8 kilometers is equivalent to about 22 miles per hour. And so yeah, that'd be about right. Because that gauge up there, when I put it in there, was set to kilometers. I need to go grab the tillers like till. Yes, I've not driven that other tractor in like a month because I've been chilling for a month, not even worrying about it. I'd be surprised if it's even still there. The battery's probably drained, dead. It's gonna be hard to get to start, but it should just start right up. Might have one of the shop guys help me drive it back. You never know. Looks like we're passing Hog's equipment. Oh god, I gotta crank the wheel back. Well, this thing is not having the time of its life. Pull up. Come on, no, don't even think about it. And there's that tractor. It just died the minute I let off the throttle. It made it. And there's our plow. I guess I'm gonna have one of the shop guys start driving this one back. Or I might just leave it out here for now. I'll come back and get it later. They already know I was gonna come back and get it. Ooh. Ain't half bad, it's just kinda wore out. Get a nice little tractor on. Alright, let's try to get this thing to start. It should just start up. It almost didn't, but it started. Yeah. I'm gonna get it through the rough gear cycle.
No!
Shoot it through the rough gears.
I was so slow.
This thing might be able to pull it. It's looking like it's gonna have a tough time pulling it. So it looks like we're pushing it to its limits here. This thing's not the best thing to pull with it after sitting for 20-something years. Especially for this big of a plow. It's not the best thing to be pulling with this small of a tractor. After it's been sitting in a dump grave. Hold on, let me turn on my phone here. At check time. 8:53. It took us almost an hour just to get up here. 22 miles. Okay, crank the wheel. The shop's about like 22 miles away. Alright, this is not the best thing to pull in this transmission after it's been parked in a bush for 20-something years. But the transmission will break in. I don't know how it's gonna pull in that field. Ew, boy. That's questionable. It looks like it might be getting up to speed. It's just lacking a little bit, but it might. It's probably gonna be a little too low to be pulling with this big old tractor. You know, 32 kilometers. So we're using about 3 kilometers, aka about a mile. And we're pushing it almost up to its full limit pulling this plow. So I don't know, it probably is gonna be okay. We're just not gonna be able to pull as fast. This is I think if I remember right, 20-something years ago, this thing had 125 horsepower when I bought it. And if I can remember if this guess is accurate, and I don't know how exactly this plow has, but it should be very, very, very hard to pull. I don't remember what I pulled a plow this big of with 20 years ago. I don't think I even had a plow this big. I had a plow tiny little plow that I pulled with this tractor. Alright, I'm gonna let off here. Let's just pull up right into here. Tractor still goes. Yeah, and if I'm starting to form, I gotta get the old oh, that's not gonna fit. Hold on, I gotta put more forward. There we go. I mean, if I'm starting to farm again, I gotta get the old classics that I had running something years ago going. Let's do it. Oh, it's pulling, actually. That's pulling real nice. Rocking 9 miles an hour. That's about what the average speed would be, so not terrible. If my phone is correct, this is a pretty big field. Oh, well, we got stuck on a tree, but I think we were going good. Now we're probably gonna slow down. You know, slow takeoff. Well, actually not. We're having a pretty... It's taken off, but yeah, this thing does really good on this plow. Rocking about 9 miles an hour. I'm running like the first couple headlands. Now I'm going for a drink and come back out here and finish this up. I got the tillage to be on to waiting for rock picking and planting. So we'll probably plant this field with something, corn, soybean, something like that. Probably soybean will go in this field, and that's the only field we own. Oh god, it's kind of muddy out here too. So we recently got some rain. You can tell by the ditches and stuff, so it's kind of muddy, and are we stuck? We're stuck. Oh no, come on. Don't do this. Don't get stuck. Come on. Turn the wheel, turn it. Come on. We are stuck in the mud, bro. I don't want to walk all the way up there. Come on, tractor. We're just going to tear it up. I wonder if I were to try to back out of... Nope, we're stuck. We are fully stuck. There's no getting this thing out. Crap. Just as I thought we were good. Just as I thought we were good, we got stuck in the mud. It's pulling up a bunch of stones. That ain't good. Oh, God. I think might know one thing that's been tearing, but might be too muddy to be out here plowing. Starts right up now. I got an idea. If I were to try to back out of it. Oh, full throttle. Oh, it's muddy. Look at all that mud. It's tearing up. I'm gonna crank a full wide turn here. We're free, but it's still muddy. We're just sliding. We're sliding. I think we might get back on track there, but we are sliding all over the place. Oh, come on. Do not get stuck through here. Do not get stuck going through the creek. Because we are making it tear. This cotton, I guess, got a really good mud root. So it's not tilling the best. It don't help the fact we got a creek right next to us either. And that we're just tearing up grass and everything. So other than the fact that it does pull fairly good if it's not muddy. That back there was like a mud pit, so I don't know how I'm gonna till through that. I might get stuck a couple more times. There's our shop. So we're about to complete the first headland of tillage. Oh, nope, it's muddy through here too. It's muddy, it's super muddy. Oh, no. Come on, I can get out of this mud hole. Okay, I'm getting out of this mud hole, maybe. Okay, we're just gonna tear ruts. Come on. Out of the mud hole. Don't do this. It's stuck. Get back out of there. It just looks awful tearing up all that mud. Man, I'm gonna have such a damaged plow. It's tearing up like stones. Let me pull around here to this big mud hole. As this down here gets muddy because it's lower ground. Looks like we got a deer going across the field. We are stuck. And we died. Oh crap, I actually turned the key. Looks like we ran out of gas. That ain't good. We ran out of gas. We're stuck in a mud pit. It's just too muddy. I've gotten stuck 3 times. Especially down here because it's lower ground. This end of the field's lower, that end of the field's higher. Which means that field's going to be less muddy. Down towards the bottom here, it's going to be like super muddy. And it's going to pull up probably the most stones. probably up there, but it's pulling up a lot down here. I thought it'd be pulling up more up there, but it's pulling up less up here. But I guess also that makes sense. There's more rocks as you go down, which means it's gonna be pulling up way more down here. It's already pulling up stuff that's inside the field. Like it's just pulling them up. So I have a bunch of rock picking to do so I can get all these rocks that's so low. That's what problem I have with this field farming. That's why I quit farming. I guess I could try to get this thing going soon, but I might have messed it today. I'm gonna go inside here and grab a drink. Nice to go grab a drink.